Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Still dealing with some mostly cloudy conditions out there this morning, but we will see mild conditions over the next couple days, just hitting 60 degrees at the moment this morning and just a light south breeze over the area. If you take a look at the current surface analysis, we have a weak disturbance over the Carolinas with some rain shower activity down to our south. We'll see a very slight chance of maybe a light sprinkle passing through the area, but overall expecting dry conditions. This area of low pressure over the Colorado area will start to come together and track towards southeastern Canada, and that's going to bring a cold front later in the week during the day on Thursday that will bring some showers and thunderstorms likely into the area. If we look at the upper level winds from this morning's balloon sounding, we have some south-southwesterly winds near the surface becoming more southwesterly to westerly, and then eventually west-northwesterly as we get into the upper levels, seeing 15 to 25 knots in lower levels, bumping up to 20 to 30 knots in the upper levels, and a peak wind of 39 knots at 25,000 feet, seeing our freezing level at 9,100 feet. If we look at the current visible satellite with the composite radar overlaid, we can see light southerly breeze over the region and temperatures getting into the 60s over the local region as well. See that shower activity over the coastal Carolina. Again, this should continue to depart off to the east off the coast, but that is causing some of the clouds that we're seeing in the area. We'll see those clouds sticking around as we go through the day with just a very slight chance again of seeing maybe a sprinkle passing through. If we look at the short-term high-resolution model, we'll see the high-res model showing dry conditions continuing through the day, but we do keep those clouds around, and we could see a break in the clouds as we get later in the day before we'll start to see some low clouds get locked into the area as we go through the overnight and the early morning hours for Wednesday. So we'll see low ceilings with some foggy conditions possible as well. And as we go into the day on Wednesday, we'll see some low clouds likely around early, and models indicating we'll probably see those clouds breaking up. We do have a challenging forecast, as if there is some indication we could see those low clouds hanging around through the day, and that could have a big impact on what temperature we eventually see. Overall, it will be a mild day, but we could see a few degrees difference in our high temperature based on if those low clouds do linger around through the day or if they do eventually clear out of here. Otherwise, as we go into Wednesday evening, we'll see another round of low clouds likely pushing through the area, and then as we go into our day on Thursday, we'll see these showers start to move into the picture ahead of that cold front as it approaches the area. So if we zoom out, look at the longer term model, we see starting off Thursday morning, the cold front approaching the area with the showers and thunderstorms out ahead of it. That likely pushes into our local area by mid to late afternoon on Thursday, and it continues pushing through the area into the evening hours, and it starts to taper down as we get into the morning hours on Friday, with that boundary slowly stalling out south of the area and high pressure starting to build in over the northeast part of the country. That's going to keep maybe a light onshore breeze over the area for the weekend, so it keeps things a little bit cooler, and we'll also have a little wave of low pressure potentially developing over the southeast coast as we go into the weekend. The GFS model here has some of that moisture briefly making it up into the local area Saturday evening and Sunday morning. Other models showing a bit drier solution, so we'll keep a very slight chance of maybe seeing a light shower in the area Saturday evening. But otherwise, things look to remain dry as we go into the remainder of the weekend, with high pressure building back in for the end of the weekend and into the beginning of next week. So if we look at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, mainly green across the board today with just a very slight chance of a light sprinkle passing through. We'll see temperatures getting into the upper 60s, capping off around 68 degrees. We'll see a southerly breeze around 9 to 14 knots, possibly gusting up to 19 knots as we go through the afternoon. As we go into the evening hours, we'll see that good chance of those low clouds moving in, so we do pick up an orange risk of seeing those reduced ceilings and visibilities after the 20 local time frame and continuing through the morning hours on Wednesday. And we'll see the winds become less gusty, but remaining out of the south 8 to 13 knots, and then weakening a bit as we get into the morning hours on Wednesday. But we'll see a mild low just around 54 degrees for the morning Wednesday. And again, we'll have those mostly cloudy conditions with those low clouds and possibly fog in the area, but Tides at the moment are running normal. If we look at the next couple of days, Wednesday's looking mostly cloudy with that chance of low clouds in the area. Could see partly cloudy times as we get later in the day, again depending on what those low clouds, if those low clouds break up quickly or not. Otherwise, we'll see a mild day with slightly breezy conditions. We do keep that yellow risk for reduced ceilings in the area, but we'll see a high around 70 degrees and could see that fluctuate depending on those low clouds as well. But as we go into the evening, Wednesday night, we'll keep the chance of low clouds around. We'll see partly to mostly cloudy skies. We'll see a mild evening once again with slightly breezy conditions. So we have that yellow risk for reduced ceilings, and we'll see a low around 58 degrees. And then going into Thursday, we'll start to see active weather moving into the area, seeing mostly cloudy conditions with that good chance of showers and thunderstorms moving in. By the mid to late part of the afternoon, we'll see breezy conditions as well, and a high around 74. The Storm Prediction Center does have us under a marginal risk for severe weather at the moment for Thursday time frame, so that's something to be aware of. Otherwise, we have an orange risk for precip and lightning, and we'll keep a yellow risk for winds at or above 25 knots and a yellow risk for those reduced ceilings and visibilities with those showers pushing through. As we go into the remainder of the week, we should see that there's rain chances start to wrap up as we get into the day on Friday, but will remain mostly to partly cloudy for the day Friday. We'll see a seasonable day temperature-wise with a high around 62 degrees. And then going into Saturday, we'll see things start off with a low around 42 degrees and then a slightly cooler day with a high around 55 degrees, but overall mostly to partly cloudy. We do have that 15% chance of precip in the evening, again, the potential of that moisture from that area of low pressure making it up to the local area, but again, it's just a 15% chance at the moment. And as we go into Sunday, we'll start off around 42 degrees once again, and then slightly warmer up to around 58 degrees for our high, but we'll see more sunshine throughout the day on Sunday, partly cloudy to mostly sunny for Sunday. And then as we go into Monday, we'll see another seasonable day with low around 44 degrees and a high around 61 degrees with just some partly cloudy skies over the area. Well, that will wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day.